This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
A Ferguson police officer is said to be making progress after suffering severe brain injuries during a protest marking the 10-year anniversary of the death of Michael Brown. Police say a demonstrator charged at Officer Travis Brown, who then fell and hit his head. The incident happened Friday night outside the Ferguson police station. Thanks for being here at 4. I'm Kay Quinn. Right now, Officer Brown remains in the hospital as he fights for his life. Our Justina Coronel joins us live from the Ferguson Police Department with more on his condition. Justina?
Well, St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney Wesley Bell tells me he's been with the family all day in the hospital. And while there's been some progress, Officer Brown is still not out of the woods yet. Now, Wesley Bell didn't want to elaborate on this progress out of respect for the family, but said there is, quote, some reason to be cautiously optimistic, end quote. Now, Bell tells me Officer Brown is still fighting and he has his family by his side, along with other officers and Ferguson Mayor Ella Jones. Before joining Ferguson Police Department earlier this year, he was with St. Louis County Police Department for 11 years as a patrol officer and a tactical operations officer. Beyond being a friend to many in the department and making a positive impact on the community, we're told he's a father of 2 girls. And to help a fellow officer and his family, Webster Groves Police Officers Association is collecting funds.
Police officers, it's one big community, and we're always trying to look out for each other, whether you work for Ferguson Police Department or Webster Groves Police Department. We just want to make sure that families are taken care of, and officers know that we're all looking out for each other.
Now, I'm told one of the men charged in this case, Elijah Gant from East St. Louis, is applying for counsel. He has a bond hearing set for next Monday. Reporting live, Justina Coronel, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Justina. Community and faith leaders are keeping Michael Brown's memory alive by supporting families. They gathered to hear concerns from parents of children impacted by school suspensions and detention centers. Dozens of parents told their stories today in Ferguson.
What we're doing is organizing parents who have kids who are facing school hearing and discipline in their school districts, and parents who have kids that are sitting in the juvenile detention centers in St. Louis City and St. Louis County. We know that these systems historically, even though there are benevolent people who do care about our community who are running them, that these systems historically are rooted in racism and oppression. And that means that the community must watch, the community must look, the community must be present to make sure that those children are being treated fairly and that the conditions in which they are existing are just and fair.
This is all part of the community's remembrance of Brown's death and the protests it sparked here and across the country. A man is in jail accused of driving a car into a house and killing 2 people. This was the scene yesterday on South 8th Street in Belleville. Police say Matthew Thomas intentionally drove into the front of the house, causing a major fire. He has not yet been charged, but police released his name and photo yesterday when they believed he was a danger to the public. Siobhan Green and 4-year-old Toriana Mohana died. Neighbors tell us they were mother and daughter. A young boy was rescued and taken to a hospital. Police say Thomas had a machete when officers arrested him. We're learning more about a man shot by police in Sullivan, Missouri over the weekend. Police say an officer and a Franklin County deputy responded to a call about an irate man walking along Interstate 44 Saturday evening. They say after stopping traffic, the man moved toward them with a knife. That's when officers opened fire. Relatives identify the man as Garrett Ryan. He died after being taken to a local hospital. A space heater is being blamed for a fire in Hazelwood. 4 people were rescued from the lower floor apartment on Hazel Crest and taken to a hospital for smoke inhalation. No one else suffered any injuries. All right, a big change in the weather. Let's take a live look outside. Cooler temperatures. Rain has moved in. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell joins us. It's going to be much more active this week, Scott.
It is going to be more active this week, and the rainfall opportunities will be present, not continuously. In fact, the round we're looking at right now is trying to exit out of the region. Some of us have had some pretty good rain, and especially some downpours going south of St. Louis. That's looking down into Arnold. You were a part of a band that went through down to the south of town here just a little while ago, and it's pressing on to the east. Now, Throughout the metro area, it's still murky. There's still some patches of drizzle, but any substantial rain slipping farther to the east right now from basically New Athens south down towards Evansville, Illinois, and another little batch approaching Nashville, Illinois that's a little heavier. How much rain did we see in spots? Well, most of the heavier rain was to the south of St. Louis. Lambert's coming in with just a few hundredths of an inch, less than a tenth of an inch. But down in Oakville, over half an inch, 3/4 of an inch or so out towards Union. And look at what it's done to our temperatures this afternoon. They've dropped back into the upper 60s to around 70 degrees right now. So a comfortable evening's on the way. Still a little damp with some patches of drizzle and some lingering showers through the evening. Should be mostly dry for tomorrow for most of us. And then waves of wet weather returning Wednesday through Thursday. We'll talk more about that and the timing on it in just a few minutes, Kay.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Scott. Maryville University President Mark Lombardi is closing the book on his 17-year tenure. Under Lombardi's leadership, Maryville grew from a small regional college of 3,000 students to a national institution serving over 9,000. He championed digital-first education while keeping tuition costs down. Lombardi says it's the right time for new leadership.
I really felt that we've done so much at Maryville to put it on the national map, to grow, make it secure, vibrant, robust, and we're in a great position right now with a lot of growth, a lot of expansion, and it was the right time.
During his tenure, Lombardi oversaw $150 million in capital improvements and froze tuition for 6 years. Lombardi will retire at the end of the school year. Missouri Senator Eric Schmidt spent the day in St. Louis. Today he met with officials from Boeing, University of Missouri St. Louis, and National Geospatial Intelligence Agency to promote geospatial jobs. The senator also toured Rankin Jordan Hospital to discuss the Think Differently Database Act. The law aims to provide more resources to people with disabilities. The battle in the battleground states heats up with a new frontrunner in the presidential race emerging. How both sides face a new fight over abortion rights as the DNC approaches. LA is aiming for a climate-conscious Olympics, their plan that could be stuck in gridlock.